We've got snow here in Austin, which never happens. If you're a goal-oriented person, which I assume you are if you're watching this, then you probably struggle with some form of perfectionism. What causes perfectionism? So if you've seen a steamboat before with one of those paddle wheels on the back, I want to use that image of the paddle wheel. So here on the paddle wheel is where you are right now. This is what you are ready, willing, and able to do right now. And then just behind it on this next paddle is the next action steps. What's just beyond that, you can see what those steps are, but you might not be quite ready to tackle those yet. And then further down, you're going to have sort of that next level of you. Who is you 2.0? And then underneath the water, you're going to have that next level, which is that you 3.0 that you can't quite see yet, but it's under there. When we tackle the things that we are ready, willing, and able to do, it starts that wheel turning. And so those next action items become the things that we are ready, willing, and able to do. And then that version 2.0 is right there in the place of the next action steps. And now that 3.0 version pops out of the water, and we can start to see that version of ourselves. Where perfectionism comes in, it's when we can see that gap between where we are now, what we're ready, willing, and able to do now, and that next version of ourselves. And we think that we need to just become that next version of ourselves right away, rather than looking at it almost as like the top of a mountain that we just need to climb up to. And so let's talk about how to set up a program so that you can get to the top of the mountain. What would be the behaviors of that next level person of you? I want you to come up with 12 of those, and then you'll rank them in order. What's the big thing, the big nugget, the big rock that you put that in the jar, and it's going to make the biggest impact? Sometimes for a little bit of momentum, it could be best to start with what would be the easiest thing. Each week, you're going to tackle that next thing. Now you might be thinking, but this is going to go really slow. There's a saying that I love, which is the shortcut is the long cut. Think back to how long you have struggled with whatever goals you're going after right now. And there's a good chance that if you have tried to just jump into it and then gotten some results but then fallen off, and then jump back on, gotten some results and fallen off, the reality is you might have been stuck where you're at essentially for years, maybe just with little fits and spurts here and there, and that just by taking 12 weeks to build up to it, you create an on-ramp to be able to then live the rest of your life at your goals. So I encourage you to take that slower and more incremental approach. Awesome, guys.